Hi everyone, good evening. Good morning, Moritz Bike. Good morning to this blessed Taco Tuesday. Good morning, Opai. Opai Mito Hip. Yeah, Taco Tuesday, Taco Wednesday, Taco Monday, Taco Sunday. It's getting a bit tiresome. But it is the market that we have. It is the market that we are, that we'll have to trade, I think, for a while longer. I have Sold Out here with me. Just gonna do a little audio check. There's some small noise issues, but uh, we didn't quite figure it out. Good morning, Mooncake. Good morning, Hey Fishy. And hello, Near DT. Sold Out, are you here? I'm just gonna do some
Hello.
volume. So same thing as last week. Let us know which one of us should be louder. I think it's quite balanced, but it might be on the softer side. So you're gonna have to turn up your volume. Um, Again, because we have some issues on our side. Cyber Spartan. I recognize many names. Start to recognize people. Cyber from Discord also. Uh, yeah, Bitcoin. Um, should we start with? Do you have anything groundbreaking to start with, Soldat, or should we just start with some Bitcoin?
No, we do the bitcoins. I can do the goated call maybe today, and then it plays out next week, and we see what happens.
Uh,
Today's the 31st, so last stream was
let me get
24th,
let me get your
right?
chart up. Yeah.
We were at the highs.
Husky soft as usual. I'm a softie.
So I posted this chart on the Twitter Spaces, but there was this sort of deviation, and then we reclaimed the line, and then we lost it finally. So I didn't actually have to do anything to this. I just had to move it like horizontally, so it just matches up perfectly.
Yeah.
Uh, well, almost perfectly. This high is a bit low, but yeah, you get the idea. Uh, we might actually hit it perfectly as well. That would be quite nice, like here, right? Because you have a higher high, and then maybe you get a third drive into there. That would be nice as well, but right now it doesn't look too hot. So we have this low that was created, we consolidated, we put in a high. Now I am per this, right? Put in a low, consolidate, put in a high. Then I want a higher time frame market structure breakdown, and then shorting the retest with quite a lot of confidence, I think makes sense. So where's those levels? We can have a look. Would end up range deviation here in the 63s. There's also like a bit of a demand area, range low, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Only problem is we have a lot of spot bid at 65. If I look, yeah. Breaking 65s, I think, very difficult, but that would be the second try at 65, so maybe. And that spot bid might run away as well. So, wait, I drew something somewhere. Shit. No. Oh yeah, here. Here I drew it. Uh, so I can go to 15-minute. Locally, I see this as a guaranteed bounce, probably till mid-range, hopefully. Maybe 68s, who knows? But this should be a guaranteed bounce. Not sure till where. Timing-wise, we're 25 minutes from open, so that makes sense as well. Um, then the lower lows, this level makes a lot of sense. This like low 64s, high 63s, which is right here in that demand area I laid out. And then you have the retrace. Now I'm not sure if you get like the 75 or the 618. 75 would make sense. It fills in these inefficiencies pretty perfectly. Looking at CME, we don't have much over there except like there's like a flat candle, but that's kind of bullshit, and this thing. and that's mid 67s plus 200, high 67s. So the 75 here on the retrace does make a lot of sense, and I think that would be a very good risk defined short, because this high here at 68s, it's a very good high, and from there we can kind of look. Probably don't break the 60s first try at all. We need to look for one of these low time frame bleed downs, same as we got when we where was it?
Pretty much
'Cause
everywhere, every breakdown.
yeah, I remember it was also weekend. Yeah, here, this one. You're I'm looking for these structures here on lower time frame, and then like this. That's really good. And when you start seeing this at range lows, and like this wick in particular, that's like such a sexy wick. And it's just permanently down from there. Consolidate right under that range a little bit, and then just die off. That's kind of my BDC plan, and
Yeah.
it seems to be working out quite well. Where it ends up below 60, I don't know. I'm not saying we do break it as a certainty, but it seems likely, and we've been in this range for a fucking while now, way longer than I expected, so I think we exit the range pretty soon.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I hope so. It's kind of a tiresome range, a little bit like we let me get my chart up here. So I was looking at the high time frame today. This is the chart I had for months, like just basically marking out every range with a fixed range volume profile and marking out the value area. Whenever they develop, like there's a small one here that I took the gray box away because it's otherwise it's just it's all gray. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like we're here for quite a while, and it's not really expected. If you look back at the previous cycle, like we had like a similar consolidation to this one, which like structurally is also not different. It's similar. So time-wise, it's also quite similar, although like the entire move down is a little bit sped up, a little bit faster than it was right here. But other than that, it's quite the same. So this one is taking we're expecting that final move down, I guess, and I was also expecting it a little bit faster, like just like some small consolidation and just that final move, and then whatever happens after, I don't know, but I think it will be like the last move of this like down only kind of price action. Like I'm not saying it's gonna be the bottom, not even saying we're gonna get it 100%, but it is my base case that the lows are not in, especially. I will get into that in a minute. But yeah, it's taking a little bit longer. I think the reason for that, I can put it back on the screen, or one of the reasons. What you're seeing here is the, let's see if it's still up to date. So this is strc.live. It's a small snippet from there, and you can see here whenever STRC is that sailor stock. So sorry if I repeat myself for some people, but whenever this is trading at or above 100, MicroStrategy can just sell new additional shares into the market and use that money, the proceeds of the sales, to buy Bitcoin. This website tries to make an estimate of how much volume STRC is being sold above 100, so they make an estimate about how many Bitcoin are being bought, and this updates live during already during pre-market and also during New York Open. So it's good to keep an eye on it whenever STRC is trading above 100, because you can see the volume that is being sold, aka or like the volume that Bitcoin that possibly is being bought. So I had it on there. But yeah, Back to BTC. I don't know where my high time frame chart is. It's here. So I think that might be like we had in second week of March. We had like a very big volume week of this SRC. They caused this entire leg up. I think it was into March 13. So right here, that was like I think it was 1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin being bought here, and this, of course, like any downward momentum just gets completely destroyed if you have permabit like that in like an entire week. So I think it makes sense that this takes a little bit longer to play out. Also, for like the result of that is like, okay, you can just mark this low, which was like a really it's not being precise here, but it's just like a round number. I've talked about this many times, like this 60,001, or on Binance it was 60,000. They're like really round numbers. They're liquidity magnets out of their own. Like price kind of wants to revisit that level because it's like just for very obvious stop loss liquidation reasons, etc. Then if I go, I have to go to another chart. So once we started trading into these levels here, back into this zone, I tried to just mark out for myself, like, okay, what should a potential bottom here look like? And just looking back at previous, for example, like if you look back at how these bottoms formed, it's like this is very typical, like 1, 2, 3 drive and a very fast impulsive move up. Here you have kind of similar 1, 2, 3 before we continue up. You have it like here also in a way, 1, 2, 3. You get an impulsive move up. You get some kind of retest, but there's like 48k to 52k, so there's like 10% between these wicks. So I considered it still quite like a good bottom here. Also, like it's only one move down, but you get a very fast move back up. What we're seeing here happening is like it's kind of the opposite, and that's what I did. Like I just drew first, like, okay, what would be the bullish case? What do I have to see? And it was this one that I actually used for an example. So like, okay, I need to see like a low put in, maybe a bounce, sweep the low, just like here. We get some kind of reaction, and then we sweep it again, and just like, it doesn't have to be 3 times, it can be 2 times or 4, it doesn't really matter, but just seeing like that accumulation structure of like, okay, we're gonna stop out all the early longs, like everyone that longed here is getting stopped, people long again, getting stopped out again, and then it's a fast move up. That fast move makes sure that everyone that was longing in this structure and got stopped out, got pushed out of their positions, now has to start chasing. And it also means that like everyone that gets stopped into these zones right here, people get like stopped, market stopped from a long is like a forced sell. So what can you do? You can just absorb these sells that are being triggered here. These are forced sellers, and you can just absorb them, which is a much more bullish pattern, because it means that big entities, big players, they have a lot more opportunity to fill sizable long positions, and then have much more incentives to at least push price back into like this order block right here, or you can go for some kind of value gap that is sitting right here. Like at least like you have targets, but I don't really see the accumulative structure right here. So that was one scenario. The other one, it was the bearish one. Let me change the colors so it's a bit more clear. And like these, I drew these like right here, right? Very much in the beginning of this range. So as you see, like it's just like something I drew, like, okay, how did it play out previously? Like when we didn't really bottom, it's like, okay, we have like, we're actually making higher highs here, and we are making higher lows. can see that it's kind of a bear flag. There are probably more scenarios like this. I'll have to go a little bit farther back, like right here also. High, low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You have your bear flag, and because these lows, all of these, they're like kind of the opposite of what I was talking about with the big players being able to get on board with the long scenario, like pushing the longs out. This is the opposite that is being generated. Like you have like all the shorts are being pushed out of the market. Like people are shorting here, expecting continuation. They get stopped here, might short again. Like okay, we're back in the range. Then they get stopped once more, and then you see price come back in the range, and we're actually seeing a little bit of acceleration. Not that much, not as much as we had here. But if you want to chase shorts right now, like you shouldn't be getting like that range high retest again. So that's the base scenario. So what happens here? The shorts get stopped, the longs are building up. All these stops, like everyone that has their stop here is safe. Stop here, safe, safe, safe. Even here is safe. Sorry, these not anymore. They got fucked. But yeah, it's kind of the opposite. The shorts get stopped. They're forced buyers. Big players can fill shorts right here, and all these accumulated long stop losses. They like as soon as we start trading into these levels, there is a chance that we just sweep this one, but there's also a chance that this just accelerates down into this, and then there's like the same question, like okay, do we sweep this one, or and that is like Soldat covered all of that. Like if we get kind of like this back below, and you start accepting below, getting that like that zig, I don't know what it's called in English. In Dutch it's called zigzag, like a whipsaw down. It's very good for momentum shorting. So yeah, that's just like high time frame overview. I think
If you look at the CME chart, it's kind of cleaner on the flag.
This one,
Yeah.
because it's
Go to,
shorter.
Go to like 4 hour. It excludes some weekend stuff, and it's due to the premium changes. It already broke the flag, and it's consolidating a bit under the flag.
So it's actually retesting it. It's like this, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's also doing, isn't it doing that on? Yeah, not that clean. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet same thing. I don't know if looking at MicroStrategy makes sense, but like this is like typical example of like the bear flag breaking down. So yeah, it's the same as I said last week. Base case is still down. But just as a reminder, like can it bottom here? Yes, it can. Like there's no guarantee, but just like as a review about how these bottoming structure usually play out kind of different. So again, what you're looking for is this kind of like pushing longs out of the market, and I'm hoping that we get like into the, if we get another drive down, like I'm hoping for something like here. No, this may be a bit too much, or like it doesn't even have to be that much for me. We could just clean this up and then start ranging here. That would be enough for me. Like okay, this is actually like coming back into the range right here. So one of the things I'm looking out for. I think that would make a lot of sense, especially with like market having changed a little bit. MicroStrategy spot buying still being very, very persistent. So these downside moves, they're often like very muted in these things. So this is something I'm looking out for. But I have no idea where we bottom, to be honest. Do you have a target in mind for that?
53, 56. I think that's like a decent interim target, and then you kind of look what it does after.
53, 50. Yeah, I was looking at some streams. Like, I look at streams from a lot of people. Because what else are you gonna do, right?
I'm starting to see like targets in like the high 40s already.
I
so
saw
I'm a little
30s
bit-
today. Like,
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit suspicious. You know, I don't think it's gonna be
was
that
like-
straightforward.
it's not like somebody marked out. Like, it's not because I think it's bad analysis or something. I just think it's remarkable. Like, it makes sense also because like this is like one of the two last very imbalanced moves that we have, right? Everything here was already corrected back in last year. Was it also Iran? No,
Tariffs.
that was 1 year before. Oh man, I'm losing it. So you had all these imbalanced structures. Like, these are all corrected. It's like there is like a little bit right here, and then here. That would be like. Yeah, I can see it, but I think if we
Oh, and you know what those lines are also? You have some IBIT gaps there.
yeah, I mean you have some. Wait, was IBIT live here? No, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
It
Here only
was?
the second one.
Did it?
Because
Oh.
this one here was the ETF launch. That was the
Okay, so the
peak.
IBIT gaps are in that
So
low
this one
inefficiency.
right
Yeah,
here.
never mind. But then if we fill the bottom inefficiency, then we sweep the IBIT
IBIT
launch
lows.
lows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shake the boomers
but see,
out,
this
and
is
then we
exactly
send it.
this is exactly what we're doing right now. It's what we just said 2 minutes ago. Like, as price comes down, as things look more bearish, targets also become lower and lower and lower. And I think if we manage to put in another low, I wouldn't be looking for like the same kind of, again, like this is like not time accurate, but like I wouldn't be looking for again like a bear flag or something. Like, I would probably look more like look for
The thing
signs
is,
of accumulation.
when you have
or-
yeah, exactly. When you have a longer term low, you need reaccumulation before it sends again. So it's gonna be really low volatility, just shitty price
exactly.
action.
Yeah, exactly. And that is also like
You're not getting a V reversal for sure.
No. It's also not what I'm looking for. But I think we talked about it like a couple weeks ago. If you look back at this price action here, which is kind of like what we're talking about, like these bear flags playing out. Like, this is very volatile, even though in the zoomed out version, like it looks like, okay, what is this like?
Yeah, in percent terms, yeah.
Price is doing nothing. But if you look, like, these are 20, 25, 30% bounces that we're getting in between. And I think what we're actually looking for is more like this kind of price action.
Yes.
That would be like, for people watching, like if you actually looking for a bottom, it is this like low volatility. I think this is a 13% range that we spent more than a month in. Like, it can even be like 2 months if you take it to 15%. And this is very interesting. We have like, we take out all the lows right here. Price comes back into the range, drops again, fails to make new lows. And these are also very bad lows, but it's like the context is completely different because the volatility.
And
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, when it did that big dump there after that very tight range, you had a ton of passive spot bid getting filled, and you got hammered with bad news and bad news. And
This was
it
FTX,
just
right?
like, yeah, they were just
Yeah.
reloading the spot bid down
Yeah.
there. That's why the lows are bad. And when you see that, okay, that's like a longer term bottom.
Yeah.
That's like you're kind of okay.
I think I got liquidated right here. I remember very, very good. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, one other thing to keep, so it's just this local thing. I think it's just like, it's pretty shit to trade. I'm taking some purely, like, I barely news trade, but lately it's just like, okay, I try to kind of fade every resolution of the war that sounds like it's just one-sided. I think you just size down here and you you short the range high, and you like this is long. I was talking about it in Discord yesterday. Like, be careful shorting into this, because can we get MMT up here? Like, if you look at like just the TPO profile to get like these are very clean profiles, and we are so just for people who don't know how to do this, like this is weekly TPO, which means that it's just it's distributing all the time, all the prices, the time that price spent. Yeah, it's hard like to explain for me. It just distributes the time that it spent at each level, like in a very visual way. So if you have more blocks right here, it means that a lot of time was spent here. If you have like little blocks, there's only like a few times that price came in here. But what is more interesting is when you see these overlap for like a prolonged period of time, you can just merge them all together to get like a bigger picture. I wish there was a way to do this faster for many. Okay, we got it. Yeah, so you just get kind of like an overview and this really nice distribution shape. Like, okay, this right here, this blob, is where price is spending most of the time. These levels, which is between 71.5 and 66. So yesterday, I think we were coming into this level. You had the how does this work? Nice. So we had equal lows right here, sitting at like what can be considered the low of this kind of bigger area right here. It also lines up with the volume. So this is time spent here. This is volume traded at these levels. So you can see it kind of lines up, which makes sense. And then you have equal lows. They are getting swept, and this was a very good reclaim. The white line here is like the absolute most level. It's called the POC. So this is the level where price spent the most time and actually also the most volume. So it's a very, very logical sequence of events that when you retest these lows here and you get a like bullish reaction, you get a break of structure right here. So price breaks structure, it's retest, but then just because it breaks the structure here, like it makes sense for this to sweep one more time. But this level is currently becoming resistance. So now it's a bit more safe to look for shorts again, but right here was not a good time for me to short. Let's see if this works. There was one more thing I wanted to add here, but I lost it.
Monday high sweep.
Yes, thank you. Do I have? No, I don't have Monday range here.
Well, it was right that sweep that
it
happened this morning, and then
this.
yesterday's high.
Was this right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like this was one of these news events where I think Trump tweeted something, and you get this sweep. I think I woke up a couple hours before, like around here, saw this happen, and like here is where I just shorted the retest. But these are just scalps. Like I don't want to commit to like a swing short in the bottom half of the range. But I think it was something like just seeing this. You have a very, very clear invalidation because this is the Monday high that gets swept. You kind of have a target similar to what I was saying on the high time frame. Like you have 1, 2, 3, but they are stacked in this way. Bullish would have been if they were stacked in this way, and then you get the break of structure. So you have a target right here. I took profit way earlier. I think it was around here. Just kind of anticipating like, okay, might just bounce right here. And yeah, just to top. I still have one short running from around here. Like I DCA'd into a short because of how bullshit this move was. Like same thing again. Like you have all these kind of lows that are just begging to get bartered, to get swept again. And this one I still have running in full size, so that is nice. Like every short I take here, I can just see it as a scalp, and yeah, just take it from there. Can you chart Aster, sir? I can. Do I want to?
Oh, that chart is so fucking ugly.
Yeah, let me just look at the chat first. Small reminder, Q1 closing today. Yeah, so it's last day of the month, last day of the quarter. Might see some nonsense teleportation. That's true, yeah. There's a lot of reasons.
I think they need the mid 67s for the monthly to be green.
I don't really care about how it closes. I mean, it's not been a great month, and we all know why. So it doesn't really, like, if they scam it to 77, it'd still be like a bearish month for me. Like, luxury is here, or was here. Hi luxury, nice to see you. Give a like, guys, for our favorite husky. Yeah, if you can like the stream, that would help us with the algorithm. If you can subscribe to the channel, that would probably also help. Quant PC and underwater cables, but don't nuke BTC. What? Quantum computing and underwater. Okay, so they're gonna cut the cables in the Strait of. Yeah, I don't really. I don't have any say in that. I don't have any way of predicting or even like
saying that.
I'm not gonna cut the cables or protect them. So like, what can I do about it?
Like, does anyone know what the quantum computing thing even is? Like, people are just like, this is the same shit that pumped Zek to like 3x or some shit. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, none of it fucking matters. Just look at the chart.
50s FVG looks like a decent spot. Yeah. Like, we went over them. Like a couple of, there were a couple of imbalances left to targets. Yeah. Oh no, keyboard died again. Okay. Yeah, everyone got liquidated. It was actually the full story is like I bought my first Bitcoin above 60K, like in 2021. So that was like extra painful. I discovered leverage like in the 30s. I remember I knew nothing about trading. I knew nothing about crypto. And like I remember people like Chimp, Zoo, and like those were the people I followed back then. Like they told me like it's like for sure the bottom is in. You can use leverage, and then like I liquidated my first time. But yeah, well, I saw Hype. I think also somebody asking, or TRX. It was not Hype. TRX, Aster. We'll look into those. I don't know. We don't know why. We don't know why what. Yeah. Okay.
Husky, do you think the low of the day is in and we are going to 70s?
It depends if they cut the cables underwater today or not. I do think if you look at SPX, that's also an interesting chart. Excuse my trend line here, but I think it makes sense to just have it on the chart because it's kind of in like, can be a channel if you want. But yeah, I'm mostly looking at this zone where you have like I think the ICT bros call this a unicorn. I don't really know why actually. Like it's like some kind of
inverse fair value gap.
Yeah, it's like an order block that failed, and then you get like a. So if it was bearish, this was like bearish order block because you get the break of structure. You would expect this for trend continuation down, but you don't get it. The order block fails, and there's a fair value gap or an imbalance being created at the level where probably a lot of shorts entered the market. Or longs exited the market. So the theory is like when price comes back into it, these shorts will buy to exit their position if they're still holding, or longs that got shaken out here they might just buy back. It's kind of how I understand the theory, but like it is like an area of interest for sure. Like I think last time, depending on which chart you use, this is kind of similar retest. I think on some other charts it got front ran, or no, not at all. But yeah, anyway, if you look like a little bit lower time frame, like there's this. These equal lows that just got taken out, and what's more interesting is like, again the same story as I said. Like here you have a low put in, price bounces immediately, you get like a higher low, and this is that same vulnerable structure. Like as soon as price comes down here, like you get kind of acceleration downwards. Here we had a little bit more interesting structure for me for looking for a relief bounce, which is this, this low being put in, and you get a sweep. Of course, now it needs to break this structure right here, and then like I think it will fill this, might come back here and then chop a little bit. I do think, I don't know if you agree, Soda, but I think this area here, like if we bounce back into it, this could be like
Yeah, I have that exact thing pulled up.
So
there's a very interesting line that we're retesting right now, and I think if we accept back above it, then that's very bullish.
like this is
And
something.
that's where I would consider going long, to be honest.
Wait, it's on your screen.
It is as well, yeah. Because these highs, and then you break it, and you retest that line, and now we broke the line downward. There is another retest to be had here at 6,500 on Foots. But if you break the downward trend line and you get above this yellow line, then like this long makes, that's like a brain dead long. Easy. And wherever crypto ends up here, I think that's a buy as well. I mean, the most bullish scenario for those looking for a longer term bottom, I think, is crypto underperforms on this leg up, and then this leg down sweeps our 60K lows.
Yeah.
And then, then we, like, that's, you lever the fuck out or some shit. I don't know. But
also,
is it likely? I don't think so.
Also, one thing to keep in mind is that like crypto topped a lot earlier than SPX.
It front runs it.
Yeah, so I think it also makes sense to keep that in mind for potential bottom, like, which is why I keep in mind that we might just sweep the 60K level, like spend a couple days below and then reclaim it. Then keep ranging in that, or even make like take out the 76K highs, and then like SPX can keep making lower lows. Like it can take months and months and months. If you let me get my chart back. If you look at this thing over like this was the tariffs thing, which you can argue that it's like quite similar because just Trump handled it, and he's handling this entire situation the same way. But I think like the top looks very different. Like this was very sudden, like just like some market shock. I think here you see that like, okay, there were like, it is very clear rounded top. If this was like an inverted chart, I would find this very bullish in a way, because of the rounded bottom. So we have the opposite here. But yeah, I wanted to say, like, if you look at this was a V shape, which can happen, like especially since we have chief market manipulator at the wheel. Like we have no idea what will happen. But if you look at like even like half of this would mean that like we can do something like even something like this. Like it takes, this is October already, like so it can take a really long time to play out these kind of moves. So that's something to keep in mind. We missed the open.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Yeah. So putting the STRC back on screen for a minute, because you see like it's counting live now. It's trading above 100. Some volume is coming in, and then this is the estimated BTC that is being bought in real time. It's not super accurate. I would just see it like as a relative. Like if you see it's not buying at all, or it's going very slow, or it's going very fast. I think that's more reasonable than to actually assume that 80 BTC is been bought today exactly. Do you think we'll take out the Monday lows? That is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think here like some structure that I go over a lot. Like what I do here is like, okay, we swept the Monday high. Let's just assume we want to target this. It's also like kind of weird low right here. It's kind of very fast sweep, I think. But anyway, like there's even a big imbalance sitting below. I would target this personally at least to fill, what do you call it, Solid? The half wick fill.
Sure.
Like something like here. I would keep
Although
that in
in this
mind.
case, if you Baphomet it doesn't feel quite that high. It's like perfectly with like Monday low sweep. Yeah, exactly. So Monday low sweep. That's your Pico entry, and then you see if you get back above or not.
Yeah. Okay. But let's say you want to get into a short for this. Like obviously, sorry, OCD. Obviously you want to keep like a lot of things in mind. There's a war going on. There's a Twitter thing going on. There's like,
it's a special military operation.
It's a special military operation. So yeah, like we have Sailor buying. The snapshot for STRC is mid-month, so that might come back into play next week also again. But what I would look at for sure is like, okay, these are kind of like very vulnerable highs. They're not really great.
Whenever I see that structure, I expect them to get taken at some point.
So maybe not all of them, but these become like, this would be like a level of interest for me, like a Monday high retest. If not this, like it could be any of them, but these are like, they stand out because they're so close to each other, like very equalized.
Because you can see in flow as well on that news wick up with that swept Monday high, you have a lot of shorts closing, and then they reaccumulate on the way down, and that's like shorts opening. So those entries getting retested makes a lot of sense.
Wait. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention to that. Okay, here are the shorts closing.
Yeah.
Here reopening of shorts. Yeah. That's one more thing. I talked about it earlier with you, or with somebody in Discord. Like the funding keeps flipping negative, which is very different from the previous range. If you look at least it was on this time frame. It's not. Yeah, actually it is. Like predominantly more positive funding than we're having right here, which just tells me that like, okay, either that means that spot is starting to accumulate again, or just that the bearish trade is very crowded. So just keep that in mind.
Crowded is subjective in my opinion.
I mean, relatively to like the previous range.
Yeah. Well, sure.
We see
people still had faith and hope in the previous range, and now they're broken.
We see some TWAP going on Hyperliquid here, like very slow grind up of the open interest with positive delta pushing in.
Welcome back, Baron Trump. We missed you.
No, it's not that interesting.
If we get above Monday high at New York Open, I would say going long isn't a bad idea. but it's
Wait,
not gonna be in a single massive candle. It's probably gonna grind into it, and
wait,
then you're
what?
gonna get like a bit of cringing there, and then you can
Above
define your
Monday
scale
high
curve.
at New York Open.
Well, exclude the New York Open part. If we start like cringing into like Monday high and getting slightly above, that's like a decent area to try to scalp long
Yeah, yeah,
higher.
yeah. Because like this is all like it's all the same shit, guys. It's like on 1 minute, 5 minute, 4 hour, 1 week chart. Like it's the same thing. Like these are bad highs. So we just mark them like okay, this could be a level. There's some small imbalance here. There's also bigger imbalance right here. Um, so we just mark out all these levels like okay, if price fills this imbalance, how high does it go? It goes like roughly to around here, but as you can see, it is it's pushing right through that already. But if you zoom out, it's like okay, we marked these levels. You can see the exact same thing happening here. Here's an imbalance, also an imbalance right here. So if we mark this one, here starts the imbalance, it ends like roughly here. You can just like, do this with like roughly, like it doesn't have to be very accurate. You get more precise as you go. So you could mark this level already as a retest level. So that's why we rejected the first time on Monday. Now we're filling the rest of this imbalance a little bit. Maybe yeah. I could see it actually. But I think you're right. If we do start, if we don't reject here like very cleanly, but start like grinding higher like this, put in a little range, sweep it, come back. I think that coming back here is like a long trigger to like the same thing that happened here. Get this magnet out of the way. Like this, you can see it's the same thing as this. Then
Yep.
you have an imbalance here. You have a small imbalance here. You have like it's all the same thing. Like it just depends how much fuel there is in the market. So that's when you start looking at positioning. Like if price, for example, would do this here and it's very persistent, there's spot bid. You see a bunch of shorts entering here on like a breakdown that gets reclaimed. I think you can fairly easy long into here, and then you just watch the data again. Like okay, what is open interest doing? What are positions doing? What are perps doing? What is spot doing? What is Sailor doing? Kind of. So yeah, then you look like okay, what is price doing? Is price putting in like a 3 drive and a break of structure? Then like just need to have that thing in your mind that says like wait a minute, I know this structure, like this is not bullish. I need to protect my longs, or I need to get short here. Because this happens, like if this happens in an area where you see like okay, price rejected here before, that's extra confidence. And you look at the order flow, you look at the footprint, etc. So yeah, just long rant that it's like on every time frame it's the same thing that we're looking at.
50 minutes of Bitcoin. Have a look
50
at some
minutes.
other.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. But it's
Have a look at some other tickers quickly and fuck this shit off.
I'm looking at like the stats of the stream, and I see that viewers are not dropping out, so I just keep. Okay, wait. What was the chart that we didn't want to do? Let's get that one out of the way. Aster. Oh.
Beautiful.
Is this like the
long or short, Husky?
Is this the full? I mean, it just broke structure bearish, so I don't know.
But it's holding lows again.
Yeah, I mean that it is a scam. It is a scam coin, that's for sure. But I think you let structure if you really, and I say this a lot when we get in this part of the stream, but if you really need to trade this, which is a very big if. Okay, so same thing. You mark out the imbalance. Yeah, this is really dangerous to short actually. Like, Anything above this box, I would not entertain shorts whatsoever, because then we're just coming into this level, I think. But like structurally, you put in a high right here, you range, you make equal highs, they get swept, and the low kind of breaks structure here. It's not very convincing because you get all these wicks. There's some buyer that is still interested in buying this. So you can also see that was like some very strange accumulation happening here. I think there was some like mainnet going live or something. Like I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but like this was an event sweep, I'm pretty sure. But if you just look at structure and don't let anything distract you. Oh, sorry. Like it would be, this is the gap. So these are the highs. If you get a sweep into that, I think you can try to short it. Maybe look at lower time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour. So you can actually redefine that. So it becomes a bit more tricky already. I would actually need to see like something like this again, like some kind of weakness forming.
Yep.
I wouldn't even like. Maybe no. Actually, like this kind of coin, you just need to be very sure. Like, don't leave too much room for error. If you want to long,
something changed in the last month, because up until February it was trading completely fine as you would expect, and now like it's doing full like scam coin price action, weird low hold stuff.
Yeah. It's like it's very scam accumulation pattern. I don't know, like. So if you trade this and if you see this and you want to trade this, like the most sensible.
I would say longs are okay.
Yeah, I would say
you
like
have to define it tight, and it's holding this low.
Tight is one way, but you can also just like size it this way, or very very tight. But
yeah,
I'm not a fan of that. And then you would target this, I think. First.
Oh, you target the half wick fill at 2.4.
Okay.
Look at that big wick.
Yeah.
Gotta fill that in. I'm joking.
Yeah, I would like at most target 1.2. Like, it's already 2x. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't trust this kind of thing with my money, so I would only put some kind of play money in here. Like probably like this. Let's keep it here. We'll revisit it. Screenshot it and posting on Twitter. Thanks, man. Make sure to tag me. Clean PO3 on Aster. I mean, not really, because depends what you mean. Like, do you mean like this being the accumulation, then the manipulation, right? But you don't see any follow through. Like you would expect this. Like, so that's the issue. Like it's holding here. Why would you trade it? Look at this chart. Exactly. Well, I think people might trade it because they expect that it's CZ coin and it will pump. But AMD is the same as PO3, right?
I have no idea.
Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, or something.
Ooh, that's new. I didn't know that existed.
Half 56, 58 is really crowded. Half Twitter wants to long. Doesn't it make you curious? I mean, what is left of Twitter?
Yeah.
I don't think Twitter in itself is like prices have been down a lot. Like Soldat and I and Bam we have a Discord, and like we don't ask money to pay, like get in, but we ask people to trade on our RefLink. And actually these RefLink volumes, like you can literally see them go up and down, which is a very good signal of participation in the market. And like for the last few months, like there's barely anyone trading. Like there's barely anyone on CT. Like I think CT can be a good indicator when it's like full blown bull market, and or for very specific coins, like when Zec coin or Zcash it's called, when Zcash is like being shilled everywhere and it's pumping 2x in a week, like that is some signal. But for BTC, I don't think there's a lot of signal in it. It's just my opinion, which I think is correct. TRX.
I have a
I
have a TRX chart
Okay,
up.
go ahead.
Uh,
I will hide.
well,
the... Oh, we're getting a lot of Bitcoin buying. Sorry, I'll hide it.
You're kind of in the last innings of this swap. I think there is a risk to find long. This sort of inefficiency getting filled, that's, I think, completely reasonable. Same thing kind of happened here. You had this inefficiency. So you put in a low, you swept that low, filled this inefficiency, swept another low. That's pretty fucking bullish, right? And then you get this swap up. This is pretty defined. Don't think it should break this low. I think that's like a reasonable inval, because if it does go below, you're probably looking at something like this. So this is then a short, probably. But I think this one makes kind of sense for what this coin is, because this is obviously a crime coin in itself. But you got to be pretty careful of like shit like this, because there's like to do that whenever Justin Sun decides to. So getting this long, then you might start looking for some lower high action, and you could maybe short it back down to like the mid-range type of deal. I think that's pretty fine, because where would you end up? Yeah, I think this will be there. This is pretty reasonable, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the worst coin. Like, well, obviously one of the stronger coins in the market. Don't mind it at all.
They're nice to trade because like that December, or let's say 2026 January pump, and then the retrace, like they're very fast, efficient moves. Like if you get on the wrong side of these, like just get out. If you get on the right side, it's very fun to ride.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking ARC. I mean, I don't know, guys. Like chart looks like this. What do you want me to say?
You long it and hope the low holds again.
I mean, the question was like, can we look at potential scam pump on ARC?
It does look like it might do that, to be honest. It's doing a bear flag, but it's doing like a scam bear flag.
That is a weird. It's doing a lot of things at once. Like, it's doing a rounded bottom. It's doing like a pump that completely retraced, then doing a bear flag. So you're kind of expecting this also, but there's also this. That kind of makes sense. So I know nothing about this coin. Know nothing about this.
It's a trending top AI agent token on multiple social platforms.
Jeez, that is very white, dude. Soldat is.
I mean, for that, I like it.
Soldat is flashbanging me.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was reading the CoinGecko description.
Like I have 3 screens staring at me, and one of them just like went completely white. Yeah, no idea. Any other tickers? I kind of want to look at. I want to look at lit, just for fun.
Oh no!
I made a monthly chart here. Like it is actually like underperforming a lot harder than I thought it would. That is kind of surprising. Like,
it's funny how when you don't charge fees, you don't have revenue to buy back your token.
Yeah. So yeah, actually nothing really interesting here until until something very drastic changes. Like,
rounded bottom.
Yeah, like
establish like a range for a month, maybe
like
2
there
months.
probably I'm not even gonna look, but there's probably some EMAs going like this.
Yeah.
And what you actually want is for price to reclaim those EMAs and put in like upward structure. You will miss the bottom. You might buy it like not at 80 cents, but at 1 or at 120 on a retest here, which is completely fine, since you would be targeting like around these levels, I guess, or at least here.
But you will not become a community member of Lit,
Yeah.
which is very important.
So these things buy uptrends, but maybe Ethereum. No, actually,
Ethereum's really pretty. I like it.
I like it because it's like it's giving me a lot of confidence for BTC. Like you have this one. I think it's almost like the what is this? Yeah, somewhere around here. I think would be a good buying opportunity. Maybe. I mean, it's a big box, but I think around here. Alternatively, this also looks very juicy since it is like very cleanly ranging. If we lose this level right here, I would most certainly bid like a bigger box, like something like this here, like between.
I mean, the fact that you're considering buying Ethereum above $1,000 says a lot about the current state of the market participant psychology. And people say that like it's too bearish, like it's oversold.
What do you mean?
Well, I think taking out those lows at 800s, that's a pretty good chance, like very good chance.
This one.
Yeah.
I think we front run this one, to be honest.
I don't think so.
Like would be the most Ethereum thing to do, to bounce here.
Because you have like Sailor's a fucking retard, right? But that's what makes him powerful. I don't think Tom Lee is that retarded, right? He's gonna dump the bag if he can.
Why would he care?
Because he's gonna get sued for losing a bunch of people's money.
I'm not sure.
I mean, either way, probably
Yeah.
a scale in anyway. I don't think you're gonna get a capitulation event there anyway. And it's gonna be
I think the
fine.
question for this is like, do you think the forever high is in on Ethereum or not? That is like.
In dollar terms, probably not. In BTC terms, 100%.
Yeah, okay, but that was like ages ago. Yeah. Ooh.
But you know, if the BTC guys are right, then we are going right back to denominating in BTC soon, because the dollar will be worthless.
Yeah. I mean, I expect this to at least trade like to mid 3,000 at some point. Like it does.
Before the bottom?
No.
Okay. Yeah. No,
like-
that's completely fine. I'm
Which
okay
is
with
like, and again, like I meme about this a lot, like, but this is just where you take like you take a bet, like, and you like, of course you don't have to keep it at actual zero, but like, I think this makes a lot of sense to take as a trade, like, and you don't have to full port it, like you can just see it as a trade, but I think front running this low, taking out these, like, it's kind of similar to what you saw here. You have like
Wait,
a
how does
wick.
logarithmic look?
I don't know. I never look at it. But just to finish, I will look at it in a second. Like you have like some similar structure here on this like retest level, and I can totally see it like either here or here. It doesn't really matter that much. Like do something like this before coming lower. Like it makes a lot of sense, or higher. Like that depends completely on the market. Log scale.
Doesn't look that pretty.
What's going
I
on here?
guess.
It's ranging.
Yeah. Do
Somebody,
you think Sol is a buy when it gets low?
yeah,
Because I feel like Sol's getting replaced next cycle.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like I still buy Litecoin and I still buy Dogecoin.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Somebody told me like it was like long time ago. Like we were trading around here or something. Somebody told me like, you know, EBTC is just ranging on the high time frame chart. Like it was something. Oh, sorry. Like, and as long as it's holding this low, it will make a new high. Like, that was the most funniest shit. It can do that.
I mean, if it does break the trend line, sure, and we get an alt season, but has to break it first.
Yeah, it's close though. There was also, this seems to be like a little bit rolling over, which I don't know, man. I just don't see the. I don't see the technical or mechanical setup for BTC to start underperforming like a broad basket of alts.
Yeah.
It's just the mechanics don't make sense. But maybe if there's enough shorts in the market, yeah, for a while, maybe put in like a 3 drive like this. Can see that.
You know what does look really bullish? USDT dominance.
Oh god.
That's one of the best charts in crypto right now.
It's fucking charts for retards.
Hey, I'm a retard, okay? I like this chart. It's good.
I don't know, like what is this chart trying to tell you?
That it's gonna go up.
Okay, but it's just oh sorry, this will just keep pinging. I have to turn this off. It is just total inverted. Like I don't get it. Like if if you quote like crypto in USDT and you see that as one basket as 100%, if this keeps going down and this is stable, like of course it's gonna go up. It is the same thing. Like,
No, I think it's a bit different because we have like a bunch of alts that are denominated in the billions of market cap that do nothing, that have no users and are not worth like a billion, right? So if you look at total 3 or whatever, like it's not gonna give you like a clear picture of how low you
no, I
actually
mean
are.
it's total inverted, not total 3. Like it is not like not literally structurally inverted, but like, if this goes down, USDT dominance goes up. It's like
yeah.
if you sell your Bitcoin, forced or not, but if you sell your Bitcoin for USDT or you use your USDT to buy Bitcoin, that USDT is not going anywhere. It is staying in the same circulation. Like it's not that the market maker who sells you a Bitcoin and takes your USDT is gonna burn the USDT. Like
No, they do that actually.
but they might occasionally, but not structurally.
Yeah.
Like it is too much of a like the only thing that matters for USDT dominance is or stablecoin dominance in total, in my opinion, is just looking at in and outflows. Like that kind of makes sense, but other than that, I think it's just like the reason I'm so vocal about it is like people use it like okay, BTC is bearish and we have very good confluence of USDT dominance, which is bullish, and it's like yeah, but it's the same thing. It's like do you understand? Like
Yes.
it's not confluence at all. Like anyway, any questions, guys? Any tickers? Anything you want to talk about? Anything that happened to you this week? Anyone still here?
Gold. How do you feel about gold?
Is that you asking or chat?
Chat.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm still long gold.
I think
we talked about it last week. We
good.
targeted like really high 4,000s, that inefficiency there.
Yeah, you are up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can do it also. But I think like there's very like there's not a lot of resistance all the way to 4.95k, kind of.
Yeah, this is sort of wait. So we had a stream. Oh, was it on stream? Yeah, I think on stream we said like, okay, this is like the retest, and then when you see
No,
this
that was
here.
in Discord, no?
No, in the Discord we got the call, but we
Uh,
talked about it,
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
injecting
yeah,
here. Yeah, yeah. Because I drew this squiggle on stream, pretty sure. And it did exactly that. So I didn't get like the Pico level because this was my sort of gap that I was targeting. But yeah, still got like a decent entry down here. We have had a long here, shorted this thing. Still in the short, to be honest, but most of it's TP'd here, obviously. Then to get that off. This is sort of the first trouble area, probably gonna get out of the long here, and then you're kind of looking news-driven, how high you get here, right? Because that makes sense, because the whole idea that we talked about for many weeks is put in a top, range a bit, right? And by bit, it might take a months or years, because it's gold. And then kind of probably die off a little bit again, kind of deal. Or alternatively, if you break this line, then obviously you're probably putting in a larger super cycle up with gold. It's not necessarily a cryptocurrency, you know. We were just kind of working off assumptions like here. You put in a top, you range a bit, and then probably die off for an extended period of time. So that's kind of what we're looking for here as well. You can see, you know, we had quite a few sellers that probably caused this price action here. And by sellers, I mean central banks actually selling their gold reserves. So that's probably what caused this whole thing going down. So, yeah. So those, I think, are thoughts on gold. If you want to get into trades, you kind of look for a reaction in the box, or you look for a reaction at the line. Probably line is more realistic target, because in terms of shorting, because it's better risk definition at the line. Plus, these things tend to work out that way anyway. So if you wanted to take a short there, it would look something like this. And you would target, maybe take these lows out as a target. And that's already almost 5 risk units, which is pretty decent. If you start seeing runs above the line, very likely you don't get stopped out on the first try, so you can probably try to get out break even on the retest, which is also fine. So yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Just looking at Bitcoin here. Yeah, we'll look at hype also. So yeah, IMAX, 56, 58k. I don't think it's crowded for long. Like, I think if we get there, there's a very high chance that people will just look for lower and lower and lower. It will depend a little bit how the low time frame looks like, but I think it makes sense to like at least look to be a buyer there. Like, you don't have to execute it, but just be prepared. Like if it reclaims 60k very quickly, I might chase it very aggressively, for example. So Sailor is having some more volume come into SCRC. So a lot of BTC being bought, and this is just like, this is not bullish or bearish for me. But like, what does matter is like how is price reacting. I'm trying to find my chart. Like how is price reacting to what it's doing right here? That's more important. So clean it up a little bit. So you actually see that level that we marked out, the first first equal high. It's actually a little bit higher. Right there. We just tagged it again. Then you can check some other charts. Like, okay, the Coinbase chart, which is where a lot of buying is coming from. Coinbase chart took it out. We see kind of a not really strong breakup structure here, like considering the amount of volume coming in. But it would be fun to kind of trade it like this. Like, this is where you look for like a lot of zero fee venues. Like you have Lighter, you have Avantis has zero fee perpetuals. Like this is where you can just have some fun with some play money. Like I wouldn't take this as a serious trade, but like you're basically trying to look for like, okay, where is like Sailor gonna find that balance with the market? If this was like a little bit stronger, like if you would get maybe one more sweep here to take out the perps, it's actually a good guess, because I think we'll take it. But I could probably top somewhere in here. And then back below, I think you can target around here at least. I'm not sure, but if it just keeps consolidating like above here, that is coming into some more fun to just chase a bullish trade, I think. Is anyone into any trade right now for BTC? Tourist information, what? Wait, what is going on here? So that?
Hello. I don't
Do you
see a comment said.
There's like a comment like Luka Popovic. He says like VVV question mark.
Oh, I think that's a ticker.
Yeah, but I only see like the VVV question mark when I hover on it with my mouse. If my mouse is not on it, it is giving me like a alphabet sign tourist information question mark. Somebody's long from 66.9. That's nice. I can see it, like the break of this. Yeah, it should. I hope it just takes out all this. Come on. Aluminium looks like the next metal to go out.
I don't think so.
That is fun. Like,
I think it's literally at the top right now, and tomorrow it's going down.
I think English is like the only language where it's called aluminum, right?
No, in US English it's aluminum, and then in British English it's aluminium.
Okay.
I use the
What's the ticker?
Nomex chart. It's aluminium 1 at. That's the future. Yes, that one.
Ah, sorry. Actually, just take over. Here, go.
Okay. Aluminum. Aluminium. Same thing, I think. You already see it. Kind of historically happened once. Puts in a high, puts in a lower high. Kind of half wick fill there. Puts in a high, puts in a lower high. Kind of half wick fill there, and I think you kind of see this going down. Mainly, I think because this kind of makes sense from a macro perspective as well. I mean, the chart kind of shows it, and I think from a macro perspective, with energy prices going up and aluminum production is extremely energy intensive. Well, wait, that doesn't make sense, does it? Because it's very energy intensive, so obviously the price of aluminum would go up because it's energy intensive. But okay, depends. I guess I get maybe you're right. Never mind. I'm fucking retarded, right? I thought about it for more than 5 seconds, and it makes sense. From a chart perspective, yes, this looks kind of toppy. You might do this, but I think if you start spending time here and consolidate more, this does make some sense. But it would be a function of oil prices. So back in 22, when it made these highs, oil prices also spiked up quite a bit. So this makes a lot of sense. And then oil prices went down and aluminum prices. So here, I think you kind of expect the same thing. Probably not the worst proxy for oil if you think about it, because they can manipulate the paper oil prices as much as they want, but it's not going to put in physical oil or like physical energy in the aluminum plants. So if you wanted to go long oil, going long this thing would make sense, I guess,
I mean,
right?
you can just buy physical oil.
Oh yeah, let me just fucking rent a fucking fuck off thing and
Just go to the gas
store my
station
yeah,
and
just
fill
go
up
to the
some
gas
gas, man.
station. Yeah, let me do that. Because
No,
I guess if you
he's gonna buy aluminum. Okay, Citrini.
uh
No,
wait,
no, I'm
22. Yeah,
following.
okay. This is the previous high of that, and then if they try to manipulate this down, you're kind of fucked on the long, but the aluminum will still go up. So that's good. I like that. We also had a request for hype, asking about daily support. I'm not sure what the daily support is. Oh yeah, kinda.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not bad.
it just swept the bad lows, right?
Oh, this would be the daily support, right?
Yeah, if you go to like 1 hour, you see a bunch of wicks sitting there like equal lows.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's that one.
Kind of pathetic volume on it though,
Yeah,
so not that
I
I would
I would
count it.
look for a diff into that imbalance, but to be honest, hype tends to like fill quite a bit of those imbalances.
Yeah,
Mm,
almost always, historically, it does really well. Here as well, you had this, again, inverse, what the fuck do you call it? Unicorn bullshit. Perfect entry, thank you, ICT. Uh, for hype, I would be willing to take a stab down here in like the 32s. I think that's pretty decent.
yeah,
Alternatively, I would look to long above 38 and a half. So if you go up here and then you kind of get above, I would take this long as well.
yeah.
I think that would be not bad. And still targeting kind. I mean, I guess if you take the breakout long, you can target like 45s, 46s. That's not bad.
Yeah, then you put in like the diff or the triple drive. Actually,
Uh,
we charted it a couple weeks ago on stream.
yeah, that was.
This one,
Wait,
it's
I need to.
the
Wait,
short.
shit. I have it.
I have this
And
one
I thought,
that I took also. Like
yeah,
it's small, but I think I should probably TP it because I do agree that like it looks very likely to put something like this, and then maybe like correct a bit more into this structure right here. That is what I'm thinking. You're back up.
yeah, I had the same squiggle.
Nice.
Um, just a 618 retest, rejected. I took a bit of a short there, and I actually TP'd this morning right at the sweep lows, because I didn't want to wait for this to get filled in. Because BDC looked kind of cringy, like it wouldn't keep going. But obviously, still has to accept back above these. Because I mean, yeah, wait, shit. This is a support, and we kind of took these lows out. That's really good, but still needs to accept above this like 36.6 line, and then it can go up. Until then, probably not.
Sorry, I was I was not listening, to be honest.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, that was VVV, right?
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna do it here. What is VVV? I hate this chart. You go. I don't know what the fuck to do.
It's
here.
gonna go up.
Oh, it is like a nice triangle thing.
Yeah.
And it's gonna probably break the triangle and it's gonna go up. Fantastic.
I don't have a
Venice token. What the fuck is Venice token? They have a LinkedIn. That's cool. Oh, it's an AI token. Okay, makes sense. 300 and cap. Yeah, VVV looks good. If you long it here, can you need these lows to hold, so can long it. Targeting wise, no fucking idea. You know, probably see what the reaction here is at the high. If it sweeps the high, then you get out. If it just kind of consolidates and keeps going, then you just keep it open and trail stops.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
What do you see on Bitcoin post open? We're out of open drive already.
You asking me, or is that a? I see.
I'm asking you. Yeah.
I see. I keep seeing like weird. It's like auto translation. No, I get it. Yeah, I mean, it is still putting in like a lot of volume right here. There's some spot asks coming in here. Not seeing a lot, to be honest. This is not like I'm not in a rush to get in a trade here.
Oh, I saw asks chase down on perp. That's.
I was trying to. Oh shit. Right. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you look at like 1 hour and 4 hour trend here, like it's just chopping. Like there's no, not really any indication of momentum or algos trading any momentum like we had here or here. So just assume chop like that. I think this is like inverse of what you call that Baphomet thing, right?
Yep. It just filled 222 ask on perp. Was it close or open? Let's find out. Because we might be seeing like the actual top of the day here right now live. It was open, short open. That's fun. And there's another wall above it. Maybe take the high one more time and then that's it. Front run 68 flat. There's a 1K wall there. Don't think it gets filled and back down. And then that's also the half wick fill on that on 1 minute. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Wait, I have to answer something.
I have to set an ask.
Just 1 minute. I'm sending a picture of, like I took a picture of a screen and I'm sending it to some tech guys. I'm gonna get roasted. Recent lower low on BTC showed weakness. Yes, but it is like a. It is a lower low, but it's also like a sweep, kind of like it's very fast. Like it's just a lot of chop. If you zoom out and you keep in mind what we said earlier, like okay, this is on the weekly like we are trading right in the middle of the value of this range. Like there's not. I know like the POC, the highest volume, highest time level can be like you can see it as a rejection level, but I don't like trading that way when market is like very how to say this like it is very easy to fade anything that comes into this zone right here, and it is very easy to fade anything that comes into this zone. Like you can, even if you long here and price goes against you, it's a very easy cut. Like okay, price comes below here, it doesn't reclaim, okay, I cut. But here it is much more difficult to like, because you have like Trump can tweet something, you can short here and it just goes like there. You can have a hard stop and you get slipped like a little bit, and that's fine. But it's just I consider everything in between here just like teleport zone. Like I'm not interested in, except for like some small scalps or something. I'm not really interested in taking a directional swing trade here. Like the time to get in a swing trade was like around here, around here, around here, here. Those are like good extremes. Seeing some weakness on low time frame here doesn't mean that I want to short like for continuation back down. I would have like a year ago or 2 years ago, but I lost money in it, so I stopped trying to do that. Yeah, I think we covered most things that I wanted to cover.
And I entered a trade.
You
I'm
entered
up
the
10
trade.
basis points. Yeah.
What did you do?
I shorted Bitcoin.
Of course you did. I love how you absolutely like refuse to put any effort in your MMT templates.
Why would okay, like the volume thing going up, that's annoying, I agree, but like this is all you need.
If you want to keep it this way, go to where it says default.
Yeah.
And save layout.
No, but it's already saved.
And it keeps popping up
because
the
it's
volume?
default.
I think if you refresh it now, it should.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but it doesn't have autosave yet, so you like every little thing that you change, you have to save it manual.
I have that on fucking Velo. Like it keeps disabling autosave for me. Every time I go to Velo, I have to re-enable it. Yeah. Otherwise, all my squiggles. It's so fucking annoying. But these are flat candles. I think the short does get ran a bit. I think sweeping this high makes sense. I don't think we fill the 1K wall. Maybe we fill the 1K wall. I don't think so. It should be back down. Another thing I found interesting is we had this big wall spawn after the news event right at Monday high over here, and then all of like the bids down here, like these guys, they kind of chased up, got filled, and then now we have nothing until 60K. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, nice.
As the kids say it, let's see.
Let's see.
You can see quite a bit of selling here, getting absorbed on spot as well.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't pay too much attention to like, unless it's like actually happening inside like a level that I marked out before. It doesn't really doesn't matter that much to me. Yeah, I think we covered most things. I'm a bit thirsty and hungry, so I might just wrap it up.
Yep, and we're an hour and a half in. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, wait, one thing. Probably next 2 weeks, no stream, because I have some friends coming over to visit me, and we might just hop around the country. We'll try to just post on Twitter. So, Soldat has a new Twitter handle. It is soldatxbt. Am I right?
Yes, thank you. Now we can mention it on stream
Now we can
without
mention it
getting
on stream. So
defrauded.
if you don't follow Soldat already, make sure to give him a follow. Soldat XBT. Is that 1T or 2T? Just one.
Hold on. Let me just I'll
Just type it in the chat.
I'll do it on the stream. 1 sec.
Because Soldat has like very good output both on Twitter and in our Discord, which you can find in Soldat's bio.
It's on screen.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining, and see you next time.